Games here. Uh, Trying to figure some things out. Bear with me 1 second. See if this is working here. Trying to set up my. For some reason, it doesn't automatically go over to. Isn't that working over there? My X account. Um, oh yeah, it's working. Alrighty, that's working. That's working. Anyways, it's my first live for. Um, I'm trying to do a show, do a live show. I named it "The Bones Are Talking," and I'm just it's kind of improv. Uh, it's not organized or anything. I just got off work this morning, but I want to try to start scheduling doing lives instead of just dropping videos all the time. So here I am, figuring things out. I think, anyways. Yeah, uh, it's about 6:30, 6:30, 6:32 Eastern Standard Time here in Florida. Again, I get off work, um, so I'll try to do an hour stream. Hopefully, if I get tired, then I'll just try to do something later on this afternoon. But yeah, probably don't have a lot of people watching. So I'm still trying to figure out my X's and O's. Um, when it comes to streaming, I'm not the greatest. Change my background here. It's better than the other thing. Anyways, yeah, it's going to be kind of improv. I saw a couple of articles, um, some pertaining to Disney. Um, well, let's start here. Let's start with the box office of this past weekend. And I don't know if this is fully up to date. I got this from Deadline yesterday. Is that work? Is that? Here we go. Yeah. So yeah, it's from Deadline. It's talking about this um, weekend's box office, which Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible were killing it, killing it, killing it, killing it. Lilo and Stitch um, made 611 million globally. I guess that's everything included last weekend, and Mission Impossible picked up a 354 million worldwide. Yeah, these movies are doing awesome. Again, this article is out of Deadline. Um, Research added $113.1 million from 52 offshore markets, lifting international cum to 330.7 million. Overseas dropped by 28%. Worldwide through today is $610.8 million. And then on the other side, you have Mission Impossible. Sophomore offshore session was good, was 76.1 million, a great dip of 33%. International total, Tom Cruise star uh, is now 231.2 million. Globally, is 351.8 million. So, like other people were saying, Mission Impossible does a lot better overseas than it does here in the U.S. I still haven't seen it. I purchased a ticket, and foolish me, I figured I'd get off in the morning and go watch it in the morning, and I was just too tired. And they gave me a refund, but I have to reschedule and try to watch it. was a shocker, I guess, to everyone is that Karate Kid Legends, the opening didn't do as well. Only 12 million overseas, 26 million, um, 26 million overseas as of Sunday, along with a domestic of 47 million. So, but yeah, Lilo and Stitch is it breaks it down with countries how much it's made over um, around the world. But my whole thing with Lilo and Stitch is a big win for Disney, which they need. They need, from what I understand, the parks aren't doing as great as they usually do. But from the movie standpoint and TV show standpoint, they needed a win because with the stuff that came out this year and previous since was it Mufasa? Name Mufasa and Moana 2 are the last hits for them, but they're all um, remakes, but they're not anything like Marvel or biggest thing is they're not Marvel or Star Wars, which I think Disney is losing a lot of money with, and that's not a good sign for them. And then with Fantastic Four coming out, they need movies. They need this movie to basically pay the bills with these other movies they're losing for them. I don't even think. I don't even think. I don't think the Thunderbolts broke even with their movie. I see box office. Results. And bear with me. I don't have all my stuff up, and I need to have up. Here we go. Share this. Yeah, so total gross for the United States 280. This is as of I guess yesterday, the first. 280. It's Boss 1 second, 122. Karate Kid, 21 million. But where's Thunderbolts? There they are. 181 million. And I'm not sure how much they paid to make that movie. And I think this is just domestic. International box office. This is loading. It's the wrong thing. That's the daily. Anyways, Thunderbolts is not making his money back. And Lilo Stitch is rocking it for Disney right now with all its losses from Thunderbolts and Captain America. And Snow White. I forgot about Snow White. It's still tracking. I guess it made 3,000 this past weekend. But yeah, they needed this one big time. Anyways, oh, what's up, man? I didn't even know anybody was watching. Appreciate you watching, man. Anyways, oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out, man. Trying to figure out how to do this streaming thing. I like to just drop the videos and go from there, but I guess I got to get more subscribers. I have to occasionally stream or schedule streams. Oh, well, I can send you guys a link if you want. Let me see. Let me see. I think that's the link. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. Anyways, where was I? Oh, so yeah, talking about Disney. I found this interesting. Just out in Florida, talking about Disney. This man wants to sue Disney World over Florida water slides and their their exhilarating speeds. I got a funny story. When we had Wet and Wild down there, there's this one slide. I think it was called the Storm. I was with my ex and went down the slide, no problem. Got out of the little pool at the bottom, and she noticed we were walking somewhere else, and she noticed I was like bleeding. I think it was on my arm, and it was just coming down. So we went to first aid, and they have you fill out this form and ask you where you got hurt or whatever. And so I was like, oh yeah, I guess it was the storm, right? And they were like, oh, you're like the 10th or 15th person that got hurt on this slide. And I was like, and I asked the lady, I said, why do you guys still have it open? And she's like, it's Wet and Wild. They didn't care back then. That's about 20 something years ago. They didn't care. I wasn't thinking about suing anything. I just wanted a band aid or whatever. I had to stop the bleeding or whatever. But I didn't get back in that slide. I guess that sounds kind of nasty, bleeding all over the place in the water park. But I guess chlorine kind of washes it out. But Wet and Wild wasn't one of the best places to go for water as a water park. Anyways, I saw this article. They had it on the news down here. Walt Disney is facing a lawsuit after a man was hurt on high-speed water slide at his Blizzard Beach water park, according to a complaint filed Thursday. So this just happened this past Thursday. Also claimed that the man, Eugene Strickland, had visited the park. Oh, this is back. So they filed it on Thursday. This happened back in July of 2021. I was going to say that's pretty quick. Try to Strickland visited the water park July 21st to try out the downhill double dip slide. I think that's the tallest one they have. It's kind of it's a real tall one. According to the lawsuit, Strickland weighed about 334 pounds at the time, exceeding the slide's weight limit of 300 pounds. So, if you know, I don't understand why you would try to go on something that you know if you're a certain weight and you know there's a weight limit on something. Why would you try your luck on going something that you probably can hurt yourself or the ride could break or whatever? So that's one. So that's kind of a strike going against them. But however, Strickland got on the ride, became airborne as a result of the ride's exhilarating speed and design, the lawsuit claim. Now I wonder if the weight limit is for that specific reason of it can make you go faster, I guess, being heavy, and for him to go airborne. So I don't right now I don't see him winning this, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. Strickland said he forcibly landed onto the hard plastic surface of the slide, suffering permanent catastrophic injuries. I wonder what those injuries were. He accused Walt Disney World of neglection, failing to maintain safe premises. He argued that Disney had a responsibility to fix the water slide dangerous conditions. But if there was I don't know, I've never been on a ride. If there's something that says you can't ride it over 300 pounds or something, then I think Disney's in the clear. He's asking for a $50,000 in damage according to the lawsuit. But yeah, I think Disney World, theme parks in general deal with all kinds of lawsuits like this all the time. I just thought to me, the thing is funny. If you're 334 pounds and the ride tells you not to get on it, if you're over 300 pounds, then don't take your chances, dude. But I think it's a money grab. Maybe he saw something. I don't know. It just sounds like a money grab. And then what are his actual injuries? Like, did he mess up his neck, his back, or whatever, or what? But yes, I think this is a total money grab. I think it's stupid. But yeah, I just thought of Disney news. So everybody's been talking about the Fantastic Four. I'll touch on this a little bit with the test screening. I think, again, this is far-fetched for somebody to be booing in the test screening. I'm professional. I think they have professional people going to watch these theaters. But for people, another point I want to make is there's a lot of people out here trying to sway people not to watch some of these movies just because they don't like Disney, just because they don't like Marvel, or even with DC, they don't. If you're a lot of these Snyder people out there, not all of them, but they're upset because I guess his version of DC never came to fruition. But they're putting all these rumors out there about the Superman movie, and I think that's a disservice. If you're a comic book fan or movie fan, you want these movies to do well. The thing we don't like is being fed garbage. Nobody wants to pay. I don't know how much the tickets are now, like $16, $20 to go watch a movie that's straight garbage or propaganda crap. Now I'm against that. If that's in the movie, then I'm gonna talk bad about the movie. But just to not like something because it's Disney or it's Marvel or even though I don't care for this guy, he's a good actor in most of the stuff I've seen, but I don't like his off the screen antics. But don't put out misinformation. Let's see, with the news of Marvel skipping Comic-Con, I think that's a big issue with them skipping Comic-Con. Trades have confirmed a secret screening of Fantastic Four First Steps was recently held at Regal Long Beach, attended by Kevin Feige and director Matt Shaymak. Recent reports painted the Marvel reboot as a disaster in the making, with viral claims alleging audience members were vocal and even screamed mid following the movie. But now someone claiming to be the original source of those stories have come forward to clarify what's real and what's being twisted. Nobody screamed mid, that's just fake. It's a screener posted on social media stating that they shared a story on Discord about a guy next to him who calmly called the movie mid, not someone screaming. It had this screen for some insiders have claimed. It basically talks about his quote. But yeah, people take stuff. It's like playing the phone game. People take things out of context, especially on social media and things now. They take things out of context, and they know people are they don't want to read anything anymore. So they're just gonna listen to your video and take that as fact instead of following up and say, hey, is such and such really telling me the truth, or is this really true, or whatever, and looking it up. Like, do your research on what's being fed to you. But the other fact is, I think streamer said it's still not a good thing for them to call the movie mid. You want people to say, "Oh, this is a great movie." So I mean, yeah, it being false, my booing and saying it out loud. This is mid. Um, that's not cool. But to have somebody say mid period, I wouldn't want that. I'm like, man, I worked hard on this movie. I don't want nobody to just be like, oh, well, the movie is mid, man. It's all right. It's all right. It's not. It's not all of that. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what. Um, I think their argument for that whole thing is mute. Where did I put? Do I have any other? Oh yeah, just some more Marvel stuff. This and delete that out of there. Bear with me, everybody. That one and this one. All right, some more Disney. Oh, so I guess they're coming out with. I guess they're shooting. I don't think this is from this past season. I think this is from the new season 2 what they're shooting. But they're poking fun at Daredevil. Daredevil's disaster continues. White Tiger suit leaks, and it looks awful. Mess that Daredevil board game continues. A new set photo for season 2. So yeah, this is season 2. That service revealing a rough-looking take on White Tiger suit worn by Angela, and it's already getting roasted online. Jeez, why even? I guess they got to go with it there. I guess they got to finish it up. Fans are calling it cheap, amateur, downright embarrassing, and that might be Karen Page in a red mask off to the side, which isn't really helping matters. I don't see that. It's a good they look to be a part of Daredevil's army, set up in the final episode in the first season. This is Kevin Feige's answer to the Kingpin. So this is what everybody's making fun of. I guess this is White Tiger. The girl in the Karen Page, I guess that's her in the red mask. I don't know who these other people are, but yeah, they're roasting. And then here's the picture of Kingpin. I don't know. If you've ever been to Universal, or you even watched the old Spider-Man cartoons, and Kingpin always was like, he never seemed weak, man. He was trying to crush people. I just don't like what they're doing. Why? I mean, yeah, if this is what they're going to be doing for season 2, this is horrible, man. I think they had hopes from people. Anyways, but yeah, this looks horrible. This looks bad, and him crying and looking weak. Ugh. I didn't make it through all of this season. I guess I'll have to try on a day where I'm just nothing to do, and maybe I have it as background noise. I'm working on a project or on my motorcycle. But let's finish this article. Markable creative reset looks like a total joke. It is a total joke. And they said this show was they were bringing back everybody and they were going to make it like that Netflix, and it's a total joke. It's hard to believe that this is what Marvel is rolling out after a complete season one overhaul, new showrunners, I suppose, creative reset, and this is the result. Fans were promised a darker, more grounded Daredevil. Instead, we're getting cosplay level costumes and a team that looks like a ragtag flash mob than a street level heroes. CW, say you want to say about the Arrow and Flash. I mean, it was quirky and had you can tell how much they put into the shows. But I have to say that um, those shows were better than this Born Again, Daredevil, Born Again. It's just I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Um, and if this is Kevin Feige, if this is Feige's idea of counter to Kingpin's growing influence, Daredevil's army made up of teens and hoodies, is no wonder the show couldn't crack the Nelson charts at MCU first. This doesn't feel like Born Again. It feels like death of the character, just as Feige has done with a lot of Marvel characters post Endgame. Yep, can say that any better. The original White Tiger was killed off in the first season. They replaced the original with the MCU. How's it been working out? It's garbage, man. They had these two shows were they were viewers. I mean, viewers were watching these shows. They wanted more of this. We were upset when Netflix when they got rid of or Netflix stopped because Disney bought Marvel. But we loved it, man. They should just kept these shows on Netflix, and Disney probably could have made some money on the side and let Netflix do what they were doing. Daredevil's Army, all girl power, no grit. Feige is also bringing back Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones, apparently part of Daredevil's Army. In season 2, while Jones is as tough as they come, where's the testosterone? Is this the boys versus the girls? They're going to say season 1 featured Charlie Cox as a masculine. Yep. Matt Murdock, who was barely in the suit. Yeah, stupid. It was more of the same with Vincent, I don't know how to say his last name, Kingpin, who continued to cry all the time. Yeah, nobody wants to see a dude crying all the time. Yeah, most guys don't want to cry in front of their wives or their girls, man. And if we do, we brush it off and get back to it. It was cool to see Jonathan Bethros back as the Punisher, but he was only given a few moments. Let's hope Bethro does much more with his upcoming Punisher special. Well, rumors don't offer much hope with the villain said to be a handicapped female. What the hell? I hope this is not true. I hope this is not true. Why the hell would he be fighting a female handicapped female ball? Why do we have to? These are guy shows. I'm not going to take Barbie and then try to make it centered around masculine males. Why are you doing with these shows, man? You have an audience who's begging for these shows to be done right, and you're floundering. You're killing your audience. You're trying to bring in these one percenters that they don't even care about this crap. They don't give two what's about this, and you're doing this, man. This is terrible, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Keep saying it. Yeah, right. It's straight gay. Yeah, they don't like us, man. They don't like fans. They don't want fans anymore. They want I don't know what the hell they want. I think they're just trying to kill all these I don't know, it just sounds like they're doing it on purpose. It sounds like they're really doing this on purpose. And then to go on to more MCU, MCU. Here's I guess it's good news about they're talking about Star Wars and Marvel. I didn't read this article. I just saw the headline and I was like, I'll read it on the stream. Disney Plus Dead equals Marvel Star / Star Wars broke, confirms Tony Gilroy. Oh, this is the guy that was talking about. He's the creator of Andor. Tony Gilroy drops a bomb while reflecting on his time working at Disney. On Andor, the creator reveals that the Star Wars series costs a whopping. This is crazy though, right here. $650 million for 2 seasons. Yet by season 2, Disney told him streaming is dead and there's no money. So they said if they're saying streaming is dead, are they killing all their shows that they're trying to stream? Well, no, they can't be because they're making Daredevil and Punisher, or where they were just telling him, hey, for one, they gave you $650 million for 2 seasons, so you shouldn't be asking for more. I don't know if you're trying to do a season 3, but that was ridiculous in the first place. I don't understand why it costs these shows this amount of money to make. And another thing is, I remember back in, well, it's not like my parents, the olden days. I even like when movies first started, and you saw the westerns. The beginning credits were a few names. The end credits were, I want to say 100 names or maybe less. And then you got to the 70s and 80s, and it got a little longer. And then now it's like ridiculous. Like things that used to take 1 or 2 people takes about 50 people to do now. And it's like I don't I don't know anything about special effects or anything, but I do know that some of these people probably aren't worth having on your crew if you can have one person do the job of 10 people and lighten it that way. I think people are hiring people. This is just my opinion because you see it in the workforce. Any jobs you have, people are you're doing. You got people, too many people doing the job of maybe a few people could do. And I think companies are wasting especially movies. They're wasting money on a lot of people that don't need to be even a part of the project. Um, maybe either it's DEI or because you know a person and they're trying to build somebody up. I think it's ridiculous, and you're losing money. Um, Somebody needs to take control of these production studios and just man up or woman up and say, hey, we're losing money. We're about making money. Let's get down to business and do things right. Despite the massive budget, Gilroy says the shows were made without interference. The reality behind the scenes shows just how broke Disney Plus really is, which we know also includes Marvel. So he's coming out talking about Disney uh, being broke, and you can tell from shows like Making This and Making This, and there's a whole list. I probably can go through the past when the Endgame come out, 2019. There's a lot of stuff they just wasted money on. This show or this movie was this Captain Marvel, the show. I like the girl. I think she's decent, but crazy. It says 4 billion streaming loss for Disney. 4 billion. Get more comments line up with recent reports about Disney slashing budgets across the board. Disney CEO Bob Iger has also confirmed streaming lost the company 4 billion. Iger also said Disney would be pulling back on both Star Wars and Marvel. Duh. What happened with Star Wars on Disney Plus? The nail in the coffin of Star Wars on Disney Plus was the Acolyte. Yep, it's never been made, and I think there's still people out there crying that they want this show made. Yeah, straight trash, man. Um, but they said that it reportedly cost north of 200 million to make that crap. You tell me it cost 200 million to make that, and you see people with freaking cords when they're doing their stunts and everything. You couldn't fix that, which didn't support the low number of fans that tuned in. That call was quickly canceled. However, its effects was felt with Skeleton Crew, which didn't make the Nelson charts at first for Star Wars show on Disney Plus as a result of the failure of the Acolyte report service that Disney would only be releasing one Star Wars show per year. Disney Plus only has Ahsoka season 2 currently in the works. I'm surprised they didn't scrap that. I think it was a stupid show this was from. Wish I had other people who knew that was from. I think that was from the one with Secret Wars. Is it? No, the Norm Samuel Jackson and the what's in the aliens. Anyways, what's happening with Marvel on Disney Plus? The same story for Marvel on Disney Plus. Kevin Feige post-Endgame agenda has been a complete failure. Following wasting billions of dollars on shows nobody's watching like Marvel's She-Hulk or Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion fans didn't tune in for Daredevil Born Again, which is the first MCU show on Disney Plus not to make the Nelson charts. Sad, man. Damn, more of this article just keeps going. This guy's killing it. Up next for Marvel on Disney Plus is Ironheart and Wonder Man, two shows that. Well, I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna do reviews on Ironheart, which I call Iron Fart because I think that's gonna be a fart in a win. So these shows look like big bust. While Daredevil Born Again said to be retooled, they didn't go far enough. Season 2 is looking like more like the same. It's horrible, man. Oh, they destroyed Marvel. Marvel shouldn't. Star Wars shouldn't. Lucas should have never sold Star Wars, and they should have never sold Marvel to Disney. Marvel's collapse may hint at Ahsoka's future. Per Gilroy's comments, as part of Iger's pullback, the budget has been slashed, which is evident from Marvel shows that failed, such as Echo, Agatha, and Daredevil. I forgot about Echo. Gilroy had a lot of pull thanks to who he is and the fact he said Rogue One. Yeah, I like Rogue One. Yeah, it was decent compared to all this other Star Wars crap out there. I mean, yeah, it's not looking good for Disney. Anyways, where was I? How the cuts impact Ahsoka season 2 remains to be seen. If it's anything like how they have affected Marvel, Ahsoka could be in trouble. It also been rumored that season 2 will be its last, and Ahsoka will be canceled. I don't see anything wrong with that. Anyways, that's the end of this article, but I'm going to say this one. But this is Disney. I don't know what Disney's doing, man. Maybe they just need to sell Marvel and Star Wars and to stick to shows like Lilo and Stitch, Disney, was it the Disney Channel? Stick with stuff like that and cartoons. Make some new stuff. Be creative. Find some creative people out there. Stop borrowing other people's ideas. Anyways, I wanted to get to this cool article. I saw the trailer for, where is it at? This, I thought this. Share it. Let's take it off. I took the wrong thing off. This Frankenstein thing that's coming on Netflix. Play the trailer for it and read the article. Play a little bit of the trailer. Let's see if I can get this off.
I had determined that the memory of my evils should die with me.
I'm a big Frankenstein fan. Going way back, the black and white Frankenstein. I'm hoping to get, whenever they get annual passes for the new Universal Park here in Florida, the Epic Universe, just to go to the Munsters area. It looks pretty cool, but yeah, I love Frankenstein.
Some of what I will tell you is fact. Some is not. But it is all true. What manner of creature is that?
And I don't know what area this is, because it looks like it's all in frozen tundra area, so it looks a lot different than your. I mean, not totally different than your original Frankenstein movies, but I like the way they set it up. I didn't watch the whole video, so parts of the film would be surprised like you guys were bummed out.
What manner of devil made him? I did. I had a vision.
It looks creepy as hell, but I mean, it looks way different than some of this other stuff. I wish my stuff wouldn't just be on streaming or be on in the theaters. I like the atmosphere of being in a theater instead of just sitting at home, giving you a reason to go out and not be cooped up in your house. I think that's a lot of our problems. We're so used to just being cooped up at home and not. What's up, Sergeant Garrison? How you doing, man? Being cooped up in the house. I took it off. What did I do? Here.
An idea took shape in my mind. Inevitable. Unavoidable. Until it became truth.
And there's a lot of dead bodies he had on the table. Let's see if we go back. A lot of daggone dead bodies he had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we got people all back there. Sheesh. Yeah, this looks pretty good. The visual effects look decent on it. To me, they look decent.
In seeking life, I created death.
I don't know when this comes out, but to me, it looks pretty decent so far. It's really good. So it comes out in November. But yeah, it looks decent. I think so. I'm gonna put the article in my information. It took them 17 years to try to make this. After a 17-year journey to screen Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein Rise this November, we finally have our first look at some footage. Netflix unveiled the first trailer for the fan-favorite filmmaker's adaptation of Mary Shelley's seminal novel during the streaming annual Totem event. And as expected, it looks like it's going to be an extremely faithful retell of the classic tale. So yeah, November. It looks good. It looks good. I don't think I have too much more. I was going to talk about this is what I wanted to touch on. So yeah, I guess they're making a Meet the Parents sequel. I guess for 2026 release date. I haven't made a lot of comedies. I haven't seen a comedy in the theaters in a long time where it made me like. I remember going to see the old school 40-year-old version back in the day, Nutty Professor back in the 90s. The stuff that made you laugh and like you thought you were going to die because you were laughing so hard. See if I can March. But yeah, Ariana Grande in this for some reason. And I don't know why they're going to have her in it, but she looks more like she should be on an horror movie than in a comedy. I don't think they're going to be making fun of her. But yeah, following the success of Wicked Part 1, Ariana Grande Universal found their next project to team on, and another huge IP for the studio. Just tell Deadline that the Oscar nominee and Grammy winner is set to join the cast of next installment in Meet the Parents franchise. Sources also tell Deadline that the film will bow on November 25th, 2026. John Hamburg is directing with the original cast, including Robert De Niro, which he looks horrible now. I don't know about Ben Stiller, Terry Polo, and Blythe Danner turning to star. Hamburg, who co-wrote the 3 previous Meet the Parents movies, is also penning this script. So it should be decent, but these people are like old as crap. But I mean, that should have nothing to do with the comedy if it's funny. A lot of details are being kept inside the circle of trust, as are details behind who Grande will play. Jan Rossoff and De Niro produced through their Tribeca Productions. Jay Roach were produced through Delirious Media. Stiller and John Lisher were produced through Red Hour Films. So they're all putting their own money into this. Hamburg were produced through Particle Pictures. But comedies shouldn't even cost that much. The movie shouldn't cost that much to make. First Meet the Parents grossed more than $330 million at the global box office when it was released in 2000, coming the year's 7th highest grossing film. Yeah, and then that's what's missing with summer movies. You always had your action movies, You have your kids movies and you have comedies, and occasionally you have horrors. But horrors were either before summer or near it's in September, October. But yeah, those were your big ones, and I think that's what's missing. Hollywood is missing is some decent comedies that are in the theaters. I think people are scared to push the envelope. They're afraid to hurt people's feelings, but it's comedy, man. Nobody cares. Universal EVP production development, Matt Riley, and director of production development, Jacqueline Garla, will oversee the project for studio. Following her scenes, still performance of Gilla and Wicked, which I haven't seen and I won't see. My daughters have saw it. They love it. They sing these songs. I don't even know what it's from, and then they're telling me, "Oh, it's from Wicked." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Grande has had her fair share of scripts come her way. Ultimately, her strong ties to the studio led her back to a lot on project Universal excited about. Go on and talk about Wicked. Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna do another Meet the Fockers, and this girl is gonna be a part of it, I guess. So I guess that's exciting for your Grande fans. I'm not excited about that. I think the girl needs she needs to see somebody. But yeah, I was gonna talk about Predators, but I'm not too excited about seeing it. And that's all I have, folks. I think that's. I don't have any other. Oh yeah, I have one more. Uh, this is WWE related, and I like this guy a lot. But yeah, they signed him back, and then they released him. Sucks, man. This guy is funny, but he is 53 years old. Maybe they'll bring him back in a couple of years or something. But Ron Killings, probably known as R-Truth, has announced he was released from WWE, including a remarkable 17-year tenure with the company. 53-year-old veteran shared the news on social media expressing gratitude to WWE and his fans. Quote, I'm sorry to inform you all, I just got released from WWE. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who was along for the ride. Thank you for all the love, support, and appreciation you have given me over the years. Thank you. But yeah, it's the last thing I wanted to share, but it was messed up, man. I like them a lot. Anyways, I've been gone for I don't know how long this stream. 52 minutes. I guess I can try to go. Oh, thanks, man. Try to go for 8 more minutes. I guess we can talk about the Predators. Here we go. I saw a little bit of this Predators, Killers of Killers for social media reactions line here, what the critics are saying. Social media embargo for Predator, Killers. Sorry, my throat is killing. Killers of Killers just lifted, but what are the critics saying about the film? And Tigerbergs, that's his name up. Following up to 2022's Prey, sounds like a bloody delight. As we first reported, SF is that early today, the embargo for Predator, Killers of Killers, social media reactions are lifted. So far, it sounds like Prey director Dan T has done it again with his upcoming animated anthology. I want to hear about that. I want to hear about Killers of Killers, meanwhile, was once again debuted on streaming. It is the social media lyrics or anything to go by. The movie is another one for, let's call him Mr. T. Take on the Yakuza, praised as a badass buddy delight. It seems the movie's stunning animation has allowed the director to unleash the predator in a way rarely seen on screen before. Usually for fans, all signs point to being plenty of Easter eggs in the world building. However, those of you who just want to see what happens when the Yakuza fights a samurai, for example, will clearly walk away happy with the violence that ensues. I think they have, yeah, I think this is, oh no, it's just, but yeah, here's some of the clips for, or the screenshots for, I thought they had a, it's just the same thing. But yeah, you can tell fans are excited. They got to see a sneak peek of it. I'm not gonna read the whole article. You can find this on this is comicbookmovie.com. But yeah, I was trying to kill a little more time. And I think I'm gonna make it an hour. That's all I have. I had something else. I'm gonna touch on this a little bit. I don't know how I feel about this. James Gunn's response to Superman versus Fantastic Four fan war. Uh, I think deep down, Gunn is upset with Marvel. He's not going to express he's being professional about it, but how things were handled, I guess, over there. Says James Gunn's calling for calm as fans stir up as Marvel versus DC fight over Superman and Fantastic Four both set to hit theaters in July. When asked about the so-called Super Bowl showdown, Gunn responded on Threads saying there's room for both movies and show support for his former Marvel colleagues. That's fine and dandy, but end of the day, you want your movie to make more money, and he's not going to say that. Let's see, what did he say? He said they come out 2 weeks after us. There's room for both of us. I love my friends at Marvel. You find whatever discussions you want to find online. I focus on all the positivity around the film instead of getting sucked up on online fan wars. There's nothing wrong with going back and forth with somebody about who's better, superhero or Marvel, DC's better, or people do it with sports all the time. But there's a healthy way of doing it, and then there's a really bad way of doing it. As long as people go back and forth and banter and just talk trash to each other, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But when you start doing crazy stuff, then that's when it becomes a problem. I think this movie is going to be straight garbage, though, and not just because I'm a Superman fan. I'm not saying that, but I don't like. I was given a chance when I saw the first trailer for it, but after hearing what each one of these people were saying, well, he's been quiet. But this person's talking about Johnny Storm's going to be different and not a womanizer, and he's going to be more modern now. This guy doing his off the screen annex, and her talking about the woman empowerment. There's nothing wrong with having empowerment of women, but when you make the male weak, look weak to make her look strong. That's just wrong and it's stupid. They're killing, like I said at the beginning of the stream, they're killing themselves with and losing money, and they keep doing it. It's all fine and dandy that you stop making other shows, but if you're doing the same crap with the movies and shows you're making, then you're just gonna lose your audience anyway. Anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's see. Anyways, for those who stop by and watch, I appreciate your views for it. Let me take this off. Did it stop sharing? Oh, there we go. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay. Probably might stream later on. But again, thank you all for watching and subscribing. And I'll see you guys later.